So, do I have an interesting fucking story for you today? Now, this is May 9th. So if you watch this video in a month, things may or may not be different. They shouldn't be. But if you didn't notice, I put out this cryptic tweet, somewhat at least. Didn't have a lot of explanation behind it. And the tweet said, if you don't see any more posts from me today, I'm in jail. Yes, I'm being fucking serious. That was about 7 hours ago from when I'm recording this. That's actually how long this situation actually took for me to get out of it. And I don't know how long this video gonna be. So I'm gonna give you the 5-minute rundown. Not even 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you the instant rundown. If you don't want to sit around and listen to me talk about like gay shit like my feelings, obviously. So long story short, I got accused of attempting to poison somebody at work to the point of implied attempted murder, assassination. I know that sounds like a fucking weird TV show plot, but this actually happened in real life. And also, long story short, obviously I don't have that job anymore. And he had a tweet about me saying I could be in jail by the end of the day. Wasn't me stretching the truth at all. So that's pretty much how my day went. And I'm going to give you the long version of how this day went. So I wake up, time I usually wake up, go to work, time I usually go to work. And I'm going to not try to give too many unneeded details for my own safety, I guess you could say. So I'm not going to sit here and dox my job. Well, dox my old job. I'm not going to do that because that'd probably be a bad idea. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an outline. I had access to a multitude of chemicals for my job. So I get there the time I usually get there. Clock in, time I usually clock in. I even got me 2 Monster Energy drinks. I pretty much just left one out. So I guess eventually somebody get a free Monster Energy drink. And some cheese and some applesauce. So that's fucking based. Still got the sound effects. Did it work? I think it worked. So that's, oh no, it didn't work. Wait a minute.
Now that's fucking based.
There you go. You get your comic relief. So, let's see. Pretty much, usually when I get to work, I'll go have a nice little seat for a couple of minutes. Check my phone, check emails, check YouTube, find me a video to listen to. Bada boom, bada bing, listening to the video. 7.5 hours later, I go home. So, I went in one of the rooms that I'm in control of. See this individual, an individual, come in the room. This is not even 8 o'clock in the morning. They come in the room. I pretty much leave when I see them come in the room. I don't go back in this room. Let's fast forward to almost about 8 o'clock, I think, a little after 8 o'clock. A lady that works in this area that I was in this morning comes walking down the hall very fast. She quickly says, now this lady isn't delirious. She's not about to throw up. She's not about to pass out. She's just walking a little fast. I'm thinking she's just in a bad mood. She come down the hall. She asked me, were you in here this morning? I said, yeah, but it's something else I need to do in there tomorrow, meaning I'm not going to do it today. And she proceeds to say, somebody put something in my drink. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this day going to turn into? Because I'm about to get blamed for something being put in this bitch drink. So fast forward, I have no updates on this story for about the next 30, 45 minutes. It's getting close to 9 o'clock, which is when my first break starts. So I go to use the bathroom, kind of stalling and like lounging around a bit, TBH. Probably about to go outside and need some apple juice. I hear this lady, probably a few tones lower than yelling, definitely yelling for her voice. She one of those kind of people. She kind of talk like me, so when she yell, it don't sound like a typical yelling. So she at the point of almost yelling, saying that she thinks she had ammonia in her drink, and she drunk some and spit it out and ran to get water. So you fast forward a little bit. Now I'm fucking pissed because I'm thinking to myself, who else is gonna get blamed for this besides the black dude with a bunch of tattoos, which is in the only person besides some other fucking phantom girl that been in this area. Who else is gonna get blamed? Because the people that actually work with this person, they're not gonna get blamed. Because why would they want to do something mean to a person that they interact with all the time? I know it blows your fucking mind. So I'm fucking pissed at this point in time. And technically, I wasn't even supposed to have this information. I only know about this because I heard the lady talking out loud. So I go somewhere else. I didn't go sit outside. As a matter of fact, I'm lying. I did go sit outside. Yeah, I'm lying. I did go sit outside. Yeah, I'm not gonna edit that out. Fuck it. My brother had to come in here and get something. He actually is a part of the story, believe it or not. So I come inside off my break. I go in one of the other areas I work in, and I'm pretty much pacing in this room because I know this is gonna turn into something. People don't say they got poisoned at work, and it don't just turn into nothing. I go Matter of fact, I'm fucking my story up. It's a good thing Mr. Detective isn't listening to this. And I'm gonna go on a nice fucking rant about fucking Mr. Detective. Before this, before the break, because I heard what this lady was talking about. I know this is gonna turn into some bullshit. So I don't want my supervisor to be completely caught off guard by this. I go to my supervisor. I say, I heard this lady. Now, she didn't tell me this, but I heard this lady talking to somebody else. And you just saw the police officer walk by, because this is when a couple of police officers was getting on the scene. I tell her, this lady said she had something poured in her fucking drink. And she think it might have been ammonia. So that's what I tell her, to pretty much notify her of the situation that's about to happen, so she don't get completely fucking railroaded by it. So fast forward a little bit. My brother called me on the phone. The deputy's looking for you because they have security, 24-hour security at this place. And so I go to see the deputy, and she asked me, "Do I have bleach?" It's literally all she asked me. Now I'm really glad that I knew what I knew, because if I didn't, I would have been like, "Why the fuck she asked me if I have bleach? What kind of weird question is that?" I've been working there for a year and a half. Nobody randomly asked me if I had bleach before, and it just told me okay, and then I can leave. So I tell her yeah, which was the truth. I go on about my business. This is about 9 something, maybe 9:30, close to 10 o'clock. This place has turned into a fucking zoo. And these motherfuckers are so damn two-faced. And this is just people in general. It's not just to shit on these individual people. It's people in general. You got fire department, regular police, legit detectives. Well, as legit as a detective from Baton Rouge can be. Legit detectives. You know, maybe, yeah, I guess people that could go on murder scenes. They ain't had nothing else going on. Legit detectives. You got fire department people. You got fucking EMS showing up. You got the deputies that work there. You got regular police. You got a fucking zoo going up and down this hallway. As soon as they get on the hallway, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, hey. Oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, hey. And I'm thinking to myself, this situation is turning this fucking ridiculous. And this bitch think I fucking poisoned her. And based on how they explain it, to the point of attempted murder. And these guinea pigs are wilding out. Calm down. I gotta tell this dumb story. So, I don't want to fucking work anymore. I'm done. I honestly wanted to leave and go home. And that would have made the situation a lot worse. So I go up on the third floor. I don't even work on the third floor. I go up on the third floor, go in one of the empty rooms, and just basically just sit the fuck down. And don't say anything to anybody. I think before this I had posted the tweet. And I had posted to Discord too. I gave a little bit more detail on Discord though, like, you know, this weird shit I'm being accused of. You might not hear back from me today. So, fast forward a couple hours. It's 11 o'clock now. My brother called me. They want you to come downstairs. I come downstairs. The deputies done left. Everybody done left. And this lady that drunk the bleach, ammonia, whatever the fuck, she gone. I'm assuming she at the hospital. Who fucking knows? I can't trust what the people fucking told me. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later. So now I'm in the office with my supervisor. And I can't really fault them for this. There's nothing they can do to help me in this situation, to be honest, because there's people over them. And it's still a health hazard to think that this might actually happen. But from the opinions I got of these people, and even of the deputy lady that worked there full time, none of these people think I would do something like this. Like, realistically, why would you try to poison somebody? As even a half-functioning individual, why would you try to poison somebody with fucking bleach? You can smell bleach. How out of your mind are you to try to do something like that with bleach? I'm trying to kill you with bleach. Like, I know we're on the internet and people say drink bleach. But at this point, I'm trying to force a real person to physically drink bleach. That's not even going to immediately kill them. That's a terrible way to try to kill somebody. And I know you can fucking use that against me in court. So, fast forward a little bit more. Now I'm waiting to be driven to the police department for LSU. I said I wouldn't dox my job. LSU isn't necessarily my job. I did stuff for LSU, but it's a lot of shit at LSU. So there you go. So I go to, what that shit called? The little police department, LSU police department. We sit in there for about 45 minutes to an hour before this fucking faggot come out and get me. One of my managers drove me over there. Never saw him again. Probably never gonna see him again. Unless I see him in real life somewhere. So I go in there. Legit interrogation room. You ever seen a show fucking 48 or whatever the fuck it's called? The 48-hour murder show. Legit interrogation room. And when I say these dudes do the same shit they do on TV, they do the same shit. I've never been interrogated, like for real, by a police officer before. And it was so much bullshit thrown at the fucking wall to see whatever stick. This dude did everything, and I mean everything, from saying I was a cool guy and DJing was awesome, to fill out your bullshit. It's a form to make you fill out. I forget what they call it, but he was like, "Oh, fill your bullshit out." By then, he fucking hated me. This dude tried from, I'm going to say 11 to 12, 1, 2, 2:30. He tried 3.5 hours to get me to configure my story in so many ways. He tried 3.5 hours to get me to admit to doing something I didn't do. He tried 3.5 hours to throw everybody that might possibly be related to me in any way under the bus. He tried for 3.5 hours to get me to say whatever I could say. If I was to say I had a stomach ache, he would have said, "What you did when you had a stomach ache?" "Oh, I sat down." "Oh, you sat down? You didn't tell us about that earlier." "Oh, you sat down? You touched the cup when you sat down?" "No, I didn't touch the cup." "You said you touched the cup. You just said you touched the cup." Mr. Detective, Mr. fucking Detective. You need to watch a little bit more CSI if you want to get people to lie and go to jail for free for you, Mr. Detective. Mr. Detective, you might actually want to do your job instead of just lying to everybody that you get into custody. Mr. Detective. Mr. fucking Detective. It's probably not a good idea to tell somebody something when it can easily be proven wrong. So, Mr. Detective goes on and on and on and on. They give me a form to sign when I first get there. That's basically me writing down a story. I write about 2 sentences. He tells me to stop, put your pen down. 3 hours later, he lets me continue to write. And it's so much bullshit in between then. Mr. Detective tells me that my brother is there. You want us to bring your brother in here? Oh, you won't be in here. You want us to bring your brother in here? You want us to bring your brother in here? We can bring him in here. I'm like, fuck it, bring him in here. Come on, Mr. Detective. 20 minutes later, he still ain't bring him in. 20 minutes later, they still don't have him. Oh, we can go get your brother now. I say out loud, I thought you already had him. You said you already had him. Oh, no, we can go get him now. But Mr. Detective, you said you already had him. It's your story unraveling, Mr. Detective, as you trying to call me out on being a liar. I'm calling you out on being a liar. And you want to get mad at me, Mr. Detective. So Mr. Detective went from telling me this lady had bleach in her drink, and that story evolved into it was a cup full of bleach, which makes me say to myself, you dumb thought, how do you drink a cup full of bleach and not notice it? But okay, Mr. Detective goes from telling me it's cameras everywhere, they know about all of the cameras, to, well, nobody else came in that room but you, which is a blatant lie. Mr. Detective tells me that DNA is the new fingerprint, and DNA is better than a fingerprint, which makes sense. Mr. Detective also tells me that if I did it, it might come out and say my brother did it, which will make DNA worse than fingerprints. What is that about, Mr. Detective? What else did Mr. fucking Detective tell me? Fat piece of shit with a bunch of moles on his body. Look like he can't walk. He trying to call me out on, he trying to fucking mean me to hell. Oh, we could be a man and in this today. In this today means I say I did it, even though I didn't. I'm telling him, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Look me in my eyes and tell me, man, I didn't do it. Oh, we could end this today, man. If you want to be a man about it, you can end it today. If I want to be a man about it, I'm going to lie to you and tell you I committed a crime to the point of possibly being called attempted murder, maybe. It's no telling how far this can get taken. If I'm being a man, I'm going to admit to that even though I didn't do it and go to jail and probably never come out. That's being a man to you, Mr. Detective? It's not like you just want to get this job over with a little faster. So he present me with the thing to write my thing. I still can't think of the name of it. And he keep telling me about DNA. Not even an hour in, I'm like, okay, I can do the DNA. I can do the DNA. You come back in a couple of weeks, tell me if I did it, tell me if I didn't do it. If I did it, well, there you go. See you later. Thanks, Mr. Detective. If I didn't do it, there you go. See you later, Mr. Detective. Why you want me to sit up here and tell you I did this? Oh, man, what's your family gonna think, man? What's your family gonna think? What is my family gonna think if I tell them that I tried to kill somebody? Oh, man, what's your job gonna think? I don't have this job anymore. Mr. Detective tried to bullshit me and to making me think that if I admitted to trying to kill somebody, I was gonna still have a job. What? Fucking what? Mind blown. Oh man, we're gonna have to haul you off at your job, man. We're gonna have to haul you off at your job, man. You're gonna be embarrassed. I don't have a job anymore, Mr. Detective. You know I'm not gonna be able to work there anymore. So flash forward a little bit about the job thing. As you can tell, I hate Mr. fucking Detective. That's the name I'm gonna give him, Mr. Detective, piece of shit. Fat asshole. He want to shit on me talking about, oh, you could be a man. You could be a man and in this today. Do you know if you a man, Mr. Detective? Because if you look down, you just see a stomach. But okay. Fair enough. At least you got a job and I don't, right? Oh man, what you gonna do, man? You gonna get embarrassed at your job, man. Oh man, you get another job after this one. We're gonna come pick you up. You're gonna see me again. I know you did it. 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 Well, if you know I did it, Mr. Detective, get your fucking gay DNA and come see me in 2 weeks then. If you know I did it. We interviewed everybody. Mr. Detective tells me they interviewed everybody. But when I go back to the job to pick my stuff up, I see one of the little skinny white ladies that work in the area where everyone was being interviewed from. So either they talked to this bitch for 20 minutes and said, you can go, or Mr. Detective was a fucking lie. They didn't interview anybody else I worked with, but they talked to me and they talked to my brother. Because of course, me and my brother are the only two there that will want to do anything. No one else will want to do anything. Apparently. We can get your brother, man. We can get your brother, man. Why don't you get the other people? The other people work there too. Couldn't they also have a problem with this lady? They have access to the same stuff as me, to the same areas as me. The room this lady Cup was in with the bleach, the door literally doesn't get locked. It's a big blue sticker over the door that tells you to not lock it. And it was also a door close to that door that had the lock broken. So what the fuck is that about? But we got cameras everywhere. We know everything. You gonna show me who broke the lock, Mr. Detective? Mr. Detective probably didn't even look at the fucking cameras. Mr. Detective is a bullshit artist. And his job is to get people who admit to shit they didn't do and admit to shit they did do. Just to make his job easier. That's his job. That's what he does all day. And Mr. Detective, loved it when I told him I never been arrested before. Because he knew he was going to be able to get me to do whatever I wanted to do. Oh, you can get this over with today, man. You can get this over with today, man. It won't be as bad, man. What the fuck you mean it won't be as bad? Admit to trying to kill somebody, it's not going to be as bad? Okay, Mr. Detective. So they pulled my brother in. And they put me in a holding cell by myself. Didn't even handcuff me. Put me in a holding cell by myself. You know, I'm just chilling in there. And I'm thinking to myself, I know why they're doing this. They could have put me in an interrogation room and left me in there by myself. It was multiple they had. They specifically put me in this fucking holding cell to try to fuck with my head because they thought I was weak. And they thought I was going to come out of that holding cell and say, oh, yes, Mr. Detective. I did it, Mr. Detective. I did it. Go easy on me, please. That's what he thought I was going to do. But I come out. I'm just as calm as I was before I went in. And he said, you know, we talked to your brother. Okay. And Mr. Detective proceeds to tell me the biggest lie on the worst person to tell a lie on. Mr. Detective tells me, man, your brother gave us a totally different story. So he's trying to imply that I've told my brother before that I didn't like this woman, that I never had more than a one-sentence conversation with. He lied on my brother and told me that my brother told him, well, a different story. I say, so what did he tell you? Oh, you can figure that out in court. So I can go to court to hear what my brother said. Mr. Detective fucks up his job a little more after that and proceeds to tell me that my brother told him that I play games a lot. I play video games all the time, which also could have been a lie. He couldn't even told him that. That could have just been some shit he pulled out his ass. I'm a young dude. Young dudes like playing video games most of the time. And part of what I told him was something dealing with a phone. I told him I sat a phone down, and he tried to make that he tried to make it out to be some super deep shit. But I told him I had set my phone down. Oh, your brother told us, man, it's like it's part of the culture over here for everybody to be on their phones. No, the fuck it's not. We've gotten emails before with people complaining about us being on our phone too much. The fuck are you talking about? And why would my brother use the word culture specifically? It sounds like you're putting words in his mouth. Why would he use the word culture specifically to talk to an old fat white dude? Mr. Detective. So I didn't even go with him on that. I just kind of threw my hands like that and was like, well, I guess we'll see in court. Oh, you got anything else to tell you? You got anything else to tell me? You can tell me right now, man. You can tell me right now. I have nothing else to tell you. I know you're lying, man. I know you're lying. No, I'm not. You look nervous. Who doesn't look nervous when they being interrogated by 4 detectives, 2 by 2, 2 at a time, and then 2 other ones came in. And what I'm gonna assume, because I saw 2 for like 30 minutes and I saw the other 2 for like 3 hours, I'm gonna assume the first 2 came in and was like, nah, fuck this nigga. We need to get these other dudes to come in. That's what I'm gonna assume happened. Who wouldn't be fucking nervous if they're getting interrogated by 4 detectives about trying to poison somebody? I think that's kind of bad. I'm not going to come in there with my poker face on. Oh, you're the most nervous person we interrogated. Well, I think they actually said interrogated. I forget. Now, let me give you some descriptions of other people Mr. Detective interrogated and why it's got to be bullshit that I was the most nervous. They talked to about a 45-year-old fragile white lady, about another 40-year-old fragile white lady, and allegedly like a girl that's maybe early high school age, like 17, 16. She looked like she fucking from middle school. Those people was less intimidated than me, being interrogated by 4 detectives in a police station. Okay. Oh man, I see that tattoo on your neck, man. That tattoo on your neck. I can see it moving. Your heart beating so fast. Should we have milk and fucking cookies here? As I casually talk about how you think I've tried to poison the bitch to kill her. Do you think we're gonna do that, Mr. Detective? I fucking guess so. Apparently everybody else is cool as a fucking cucumber. Well, Mr. Detective wouldn't show me the footage, wouldn't tell me who they interviewed, but they interviewed everybody. But then when I bring up this girl I saw in the morning, they don't know who she is. Then they do know who she is. Then they want me to give an exact description, like I drew a fucking image of her in my head. And then they had nobody on the camera. So we talked to everybody. Oh, but we don't know who that is. Oh, but we do know who that is, but it was nobody on the camera. If it wasn't nobody on the camera, then I wasn't on the camera, because this person came in the same area as me. Are you trying to tell me I saw a ghost twice today? Okay, Mr. Detective. So after almost 4 hours of them trying to get me to lie on myself, basically, they try to bring a new one out right at the end. What about your phone? You left your phone? Why would you leave your phone? I didn't know I was going to a fucking police department. You left your phone. Why you left your phone? You left your phone? I had my iPod on me. What's that pink thing? That's not a phone? Oh man, that's an iPod. They still make iPods? I'm sorry, Mr. Detective, that you glowed up and you don't have iPods anymore. Oh man, what about your girlfriend? Oh, your brother told us about your girlfriend too. Kirsten? No, it's Kristen. You know her last name? What's her last name? How come you can't think of her last name? So if we go to talk to her, you think she's gonna give us a different story? They tried to throw every fucking body under the bus. They tried to throw my brother under the bus. They tried to throw my ex-coworkers under the bus. They tried to throw my mama under the bus. They tried to throw my girlfriend under the bus. And I know this is all bullshit. I know it is. I don't have my phone. I'm telling you I don't have my phone. And you giving me bullshit when you know damn well if it was that deep enough to check a phone, you would have checked it already, Mr. Detective. They would have said, okay, you don't have your phone? All right, where's your phone? Okay, we're going to get it. It's sitting here. They would have came back 30 minutes later, and they would have looked through the fucking phone. They would have made me look through the phone, and they would have been calling people, and they would have been getting addresses. They ain't getting no addresses. They ain't called nobody, Mr. Detective. But I'm lying. You know I'm lying. Boy, I'm a fucking liar. I should write my bullshit down. But you don't want to do anything to prove I'm a liar. You're just telling me that you're going to see me in a couple of weeks. No fingerprint scan. Even though the thing that was picked up easily is going to take fingerprints. They just want to do DNA. How long DNA take? Oh, 2 weeks, couple weeks, few weeks. Mr. Detective, you don't know how long it takes to run DNA? Isn't this your job? Don't you run a whole household off the money you get from this? Okay. So as you can see, most of my story and most of my annoyance was with Mr. Detective because I can't stand dealing with fucking police or anybody that work with any kind of police. I don't know. I don't care how nice police been to you. I don't care if you a police. I don't care if you know 17 police. I don't care if you live next door to a police. I don't care if one rescued your kitten out of a fucking tree 20 minutes ago. I never had a good experience dealing with one under any circumstances. It is what it is. I'm not about to have a debate with some guy on the internet about police. But you can do your job as a police officer. You can do your job as a detective. But don't bullshit me for 4 hours, Mr. Detective. Because you bullshit me for 4 hours. And for that, you a piece of fucking shit. Oh, you could just tell me now, man. You could tell me now, man. It'll be better, man. Would you want the story to be? Would you want the story to be disgruntled worker that maybe wasn't getting treated good, maybe wasn't getting thanked enough? You know, maybe just put some bleach in somebody's drink. Or would you want the story to be angry man tries to poison somebody? Bitch, is the same anyway. No matter what, the story is still gonna be some asshole tried to poison somebody with bleach. And you actually trying to get me to admit to something I didn't do so the story would look better. Wow. And I wonder how much people are in East Baton Rouge prison right now because they came across Mr. Detective and he railroaded the shit out of them and they ain't get out yet. Oh man, he said it was gonna be a less charge if I just admitted to doing it. And they like halfway did it, or they was friends with somebody that actually did it. Or they might have just thought they was gonna have less of a hassle in life. Alright. Long story short, moral of that part of the story. Make these bitches work for their job. I don't care if you did it or if you didn't do it. Make these bitches work for their job. In my case, I didn't do it. And I still am. But if I was the type of person to record videos in the car, that would have been the most yelling fucking video ever. I kind of got to cool down a little bit. I got to talk to a couple of people about it. But if I would have been able to record this video when I was driving, nigga, I was mad. I was extra large, big mad. You are never going to see me this mad on the fucking internet. Because I got this dude basically in my fucking face telling me I look like a nice guy, then telling me I'm a liar, then telling me to write my bullshit story down. And pretty much telling me admit to doing it. Admit to doing it. Admit to doing it. And they keep you in there as long as they possibly can. Basically begging you to admit to committing the crime. You know you did it. I know you did it. I know you're lying. You know you're lying. I know you're lying. You know you did it. You know you did it. You know you did it. I know I fucked your mom last night too, Mr. Detective, since you want to be a fucking faggot about it. So that's his fucking job. And after so long, eventually they gotta just say fuck it and let you go. He come in the room. Oh, we're gonna do the DNA now, man. But this is the last chance, man. You can admit it to it. You can admit to it, man. I know it's a story, man. I know you're lying to me. I know you're lying to me. We do the DNA. He leave. He come back. Oh, it's last chance, man. You can admit it right now, man. We're gonna go easy on you, man. No, the fuck you not. If I admit to poisoning, not even trying, poisoning a bitch that's fucking like twice my age, you gonna go easy on me? Okay, Mr. Detective. You're gonna put the cuffs in the front and the back. Go easy on me. So because I didn't let Mr. Detective go easy on me for something I didn't do, I'm still here today. And I guess I'm gonna be expecting a phone call from them in 2 weeks with them telling me I didn't do it. As if Mr. Detective sticks to his promise. Because Mr. Detective is a fucking liar. He is a fucking liar. And his job is lying to people and spinning fucking bullshit webs for young people. The younger the easier, the younger the better. And the less felonies and less drug charges and all of that, the better. Because boy, like I said earlier in this story, when I told him I never been arrested before, wink wink, when I told him that, he loved it. He thought he could tell me whatever he wanted to tell me and I would have went with it. He thought I would have believed whatever he told me. I'm not fucking stupid. Somebody could watch a few episodes of 48 Hours and not fall for what Mr. Detective was doing. And it's the reason why Mr. Detective works for a fucking college campus and not even an actual precinct. But it is what it is. So that's my story. That's what happened today. It's been a rough day, to say the least. And I am officially now a jobless shitbag. So now when DSP say his main detractor doesn't have a job, I guess he'll be telling the truth. Oh yeah, it's another part I got to add in this too. Is Mr. Detective, of course, has something to do with this. Lady from H&R come in with some papers, right? She give me some papers. She say you can. She basically run it down, or she tried to run it down as being this: you sign this paper and resign, and you can get a job in the future maybe. Or you don't sign this paper, we suspend you for 2 weeks, and then you get terminated after that. 2 weeks of no pay, you're just gonna be suspended for 2 weeks, and you get terminated. But Mr. Detective told me DNA takes a couple weeks, few weeks, 2 weeks. He didn't even fucking know. So I say, okay, I'm gonna do the resign. Then at least if I try to fill out another job application somewhere, I can say I resign. And if they call LSU and ask them why I got fired, they legally supposed to say I resign. And that's pretty much it. Not I got fired, not I tried to poison somebody. So after the lady leave, Mr. Detective come back in. Man, you did that easy. You taking this stuff so cool. What the fuck do you mean, Mr. Detective? You just told me for more than an hour straight that I was tapping and my fucking neck was pounding because my heart was beating so fast. But then you tell me I'm doing everything so easy and I look too chill. Or if you didn't really do it, man, I would have fought that. Fought over what? You think I'm going to argue with an old white lady in a fucking police department? Fought over what? A lawyer? Because the only thing I can come up with is you fight it with a lawyer. 2 weeks and then you get terminated. But what if the DNA take longer than 2 weeks? What if it take less than 2 weeks? You think that people gonna let me work there again? Where am I gonna be able to work? Word travels fast. Word travels really fucking fast. Even my brother might be fucked when it come to working over there now. Oh man, that dude that just stopped working here. Well, some people saying that he tried to poison the lady that work on the first floor. He tried to poison her. How? With bleach. Yeah, he went downtown. They took him. The sheriff had to escort him out and everything. You think I'm really going to be able to work there again? You think I'm really that fucking stupid to think I'm going to be able to go there, easy breezy, beautiful fucking cover girl, and I'm just working there again? Don't bullshit me, Mr. Detective. So I pretty much try to lay it out to him. I'm fucked no matter what. Oh man, I would have fought that man. Okay. Let me put you in a room with with an old tiny white woman in a police department and sit you behind the fucking desk to get interrogated and let me know how good you fight something. You fucking shithead. So that's no job part. Got no job now. At least I got a car and the car paid for, so that's good. And it's not like I'm broke. I got some money saved, so it is what it is. I'm not poor yet. Sounds good? Does it even work? Because I ain't do this in a while. Sound good? Sounds fucking good. So, if you do want to help me out, you don't have to. But if you do, I'll have a stupid Streamlabs thing in the description of this video. And you can send me $5 and call me a faggot if you want. Sounds good? Sounds good. So I have a lot of free time on my hands for now. Until I find another job. Or until Mr. Detective comes pull up on me with the cuffs in his hand, son. Because that's going to happen. So that's my long story about what happened today. I'm actually surprised the video is as short as it is. It would have been longer if I would have been able to record it. Like feeling how I originally felt. It's like I said earlier, I was pissed. Real fucking pissed. But that's life. Stupid, dumb shit happen in life sometimes. I don't know how that I don't know how that lady got bleach in her fucking cup. I don't know who the fuck put it in there. But eventually Mr. Detective will know. And I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. It's been a very, very interesting last couple of weeks for me. It's like drama on top of nonsense, on top of drama, on top of sneak dissing, on top of nonsense, on top of drama. What the fuck is going on? I have no fucking clue. But I'm probably going to stream on YouTube tonight. Probably going to stream on Twitch today too, maybe. Might do both because I have nothing else to do. I have no reason to wake up in the morning. Sounds
Sound
good?
good?
Sounds great.
Now
And
that's
that's
fucking based.
fucking based. So I'll see you in the next video. Like the video if you want to like the video. Post a paragraph long comment shitting on me if you hate the video. And you can call me a dirty e-bagger with no job. Fantastic. And I shall see you in the next one. If Mr. Detective don't get me.